Killer wants to know, it's going to be like a bracket tournament style. So whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 here will move on to the semifinals. And then you will wait for the next 2 rounds so that they can go to the semifinals. You two will fight, and or 4, I guess. And then you have a final round. Drew and Shiningmeta back in there. Nick, are you in here?
I am.
All right, let's do it. Oh, I wonder if it's crashing because there's 20,000 people in here. Nope, we're good. All right,
Golden.
round 1, Nick. So we're gonna kind of go over some stuff so we can talk here. Drew versus Shiningmeta. That means we're starting out with Mr. Shiningmeta. We see a Morphtronic Datatron. That's right, our buddy is using Morphtronics. This was one of my favorite decks when Synchro were like first a thing. It was just such a cool time. They were like little cute. The guy who in the show of 5Ds who used this was really cool. He was the cool kid, but you know, the Morphtronics were just rad. Power Tool Dragon decks were cool. So he used a trap card. While you have control, you actually might know a similar card, Nick, like Gravity Bind.
Right.
While he has a Morphtronic monster, all level 4 or higher monsters cannot declare an attack or change positions. Now, Drew, I don't know if I should spoil his deck yet, because his is not as apparent, but it is going to be a very strong deck. Back at Shiningmeta, he has included some super heavy samurai support. It's pretty cool. He's actually got a little bit more than 40 cards. Both players have a larger deck than normal. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Somehow he did get over the 2,000 attack monster, which was pretty crazy as well. But that Morphtronic Bind's going to be really scary for Drew because, well, I say that and instantly a dark hole goes down. What does that mean? Let's find out. Don Zalug. He's one of the cool Scorpion cards from back in the day, Nick.
Okay. See, I remember some of those.
Yeah, there's 5 different monsters, and they weren't like cool. They just were a thing that Yu-Gi-Oh decided to be like, hey, check this out. Wow, he's gotten some powerful monsters on his side of the field. I'm surprised he is not going in. He may have not remembered that Morphtronic Buying doesn't work when he doesn't have a Morphtronic monster. But now that he does, the attacks cannot commence. Another 2,000 attack monster. If it's appearing to anyone what is going on, we have a super beatdown level 4 deck from Drew, it seems. Those decks that supply all the level 4 normal monsters with 2,000 attack and almost nothing or 0 defense. Really scary if the other opponent cannot get something going. We do see that he has no extra deck. He actually named this deck No Extra Deck because he's just so confident that he doesn't need Synchro, doesn't need XC, doesn't need what? Get out of here. Who needs it? I am wondering though if this is going to be a huge stall match. What are you thinking?
It does seem like it because we're on turn 12 now, and literally only 1,000 life. 100 life points have been dealt.
Oh, we just got a Moon Mirror Shield. If he can get past this Morphtronic Bind, I think round 1 would go to Drew immediately. But I don't know. That's just a big barrier. Ooh, there's the Selphon, Nick. This is like the ace for the Morphtronics. He can roll a die and potentially summon a lot of cool stuff with these Morphtronic cards. He gets to roll a die, and whatever he rolls, he gets to, so 6, he gets to look at the top 6, choose one level 4 or lower Morphtronic monster, and summon it. No matter. So, this is going to be very interesting. Oh, 800 attack for each equipped card equipped to it. So you could potentially get this Videon really, really big.
See, it's decks like that, effects like that that makes me want to remake my Vylon deck.
I remember that Vylon deck. Now we have our first extra deck summoning here, which is the Hyperspeed, or was it High Spheroid? Kendema. Not the best card. Guess why? Because all the best ones, Nick, were disqualified. You were not allowed. Actually had a lot of people saying, hey, here's my deck, I'm giving it. And I had to say no to a lot of them. because, well, I wanted to see what would happen when I didn't allow them to have those core units. Two reasons. One, we're so used to using these like strong monsters in every duel, so you just immediately think about that. Well, I've got 2 level 4s. Let me just summon Utopia the Lightning real quick, do some damage. Or, so like, there's that aspect. You're in that mindset. So taking you into an uncomfortable mindset was really a cool idea. Oh my god, my favorite card, Creature Swap! There it is!
There it is.
I love Creature Swap. I love that he's just teched Creature Swap, because Creature Swap, as I say every time I see it, should be 3 in every deck, always. Anyway, the second reason, the first reason is, hey, I need to get out of that mindset. The second reason is your opponent. If I'm dueling you, Nick, and you're using Always Arachnid, I know what to expect. But if I, like, take out half those cards, what do I expect anymore? You don't know what's coming anymore. All, like, these duels these days, if I'm, like, I'm using a Morphtronic, like, or whatever, BA or something, you know what's coming. You know how to prepare. But what if those cards aren't allowed anymore? And that's what I wanted to... This is what this tournament is about. Let's take people out of their comfort zone and really show them how... Let's get back to that cool Yu-Gi-Oh mindset that we used to have. Crash has just stated in chat that he also has a creature swap, which deserves a heart, because it's just the best card. Why not summon the level 1/0/0 monster and give it to your opponent? Now, he is now able to do some damage, Nick. We're about to see some cool stuff happening.
I see.
He gets to now just either discard 1 random card, which he has chosen to do. Ooh, and he got Stargazer Magician dropped. That's really good. That potentially can mean no pendulum summoning. This might be round 1 right here, won't it? Is that it? Did I count wrong? 48? He might just barely hang on to this. He might just hang on to this. Noble Knight's legal? Sniper, to be honest with you, I loved the Noble Knight idea, but I haven't really checked into their effects. I want to say yes because they went like woo, like really fast. No one really cared about them. So probably legal. Uh-oh. Looks like Shiningmeta's tapping out this first round, unless it's a bluff. That could be a Mirror Force face down right there. Oh, it is not a Mirror Force. Shiningmeta looks like he is going to shine a little less. That is round 1 right there, everyone. Drew.
Good game, guys.
Good game indeed. Drew versus Shining, round 1. All right. So both players are now able to side deck because this is a match format. They can make sure everything's good. Say, hey, I need to switch this out here.
So far, we're off to a good start, and that was an awesome duel. It was really 18 turns. That's kind of a really long duel.
Which is exactly what I was wanting. This is exactly the type of like mindset I wanted, is these duels that take such a long time. Not only does it wear on you as a duelist because you're just like, God, I just want to kill him already. Because like every turn that passes, maybe the opponent drawing that Raigeki, that dark hole, whatever's, what's coming. But like, who needs those fast games that just ended so abruptly? Like, all right, summon lightning, summon ancient gear, stupid head, win. Like that's no fun anymore, right? And so this kind of stuff is just so much more like juicy, like meat. It just feels like a good duel. So let's see what's coming here, Nick. Hey, Hidden Armory. That used to be in your Vylon deck.
It did.
1 day of peace. That's good. So each player gets to draw a card, and then they are not able to take any battle damage. I think any damage, period. Yeah, until the opponent's next turn. So until this turn is over now, Shiningmeta's turn, no damage can be dealt. He can now pump up his forces. So Vidion, as stated last duel, gets 800 extra for each equipped card attached to him. So he gets a nice buff, but he's not going to be able to do much damage. We do know from Drew's deck now that he's got a bunch of 2,000 attack monsters, though. So there's one right there.
Right.
We're about to see some damage, I think. If Shiningmeta can pull off another stall, we might have a comeback coming from him, though, because Morphtronics were really good. I do know a few cards I hoped to see for you, Nick, there's a card in there that is near and dear to my heart. That reminds me of you and back in the old days. A certain machine type monster, a royalty type.
I can't remember off the top of my head. You might have to.
Similar to, he's the opposite of imperfect. Anyone? Anyone got the name of the card?
Me?
Oh my god. We've got one certain monster named Perfect Machine King.
Oh, yes. I remember.
This was Nick's ace monster, like 2005? I don't know, way back when. And so he used to use this really cool, that's it, Drew knew it. And he used to use this magic trap deck, but it was with machine type monsters too, and it was a really crazy deck. He had Cyber Jar, and we had some fun. And Perfect Machine King was such a good monster. There it is, guys. Morphtronic Bind. He did it. Shiningmeta is now just put himself way back into this duel. He's now completely. If he can summon a Morphtronic monster and it live, then he's golden. These two will probably die. I don't know of a Morphtronic monster that doesn't die by battle. Oh, but there we go. He's got one monster. If he flips that over and it's Morphtronic, then he's got a Gravity Bind, essentially. There it is. So now Shiningmeta puts the ball back in his court. He gets to really decide, how this duel takes off. Oh my god.
Everyone. Ring of Destruction.
Ring of Destruction, ladies and gentlemen. What a card to bring, right? That is, the
it's
important
like
part.
Flashback Friday.
Exactly.
Throwback Thursday.
There you go. It's Throwback Thursday right there. Oh shoot, he's going. I thought he was gonna stick with his Morphtronics, but he just synchroed into Axel, which is good. He has a defense now. But if oh well, not even what I thought. He just got. Oh my god. I was gonna mention the Axe of Despair play, but Chainsaw Insect just got. Oh my god.
Holy cow.
He is going in for the kill. With this damage, though, Shiningmeta gets one more turn. He gets 2 cards because of Chain Insect. He gets one for the draw and then one on his turn phase. He's about to take 6,000 damage, but which leaves him for 200. This might be it. Heart of the cards, everyone. Heart of the cards in the chat. Let's see Shiningmeta draw the right card right here, right now. Let's get a Dark Hole. Let's get a... I don't even know what he could play. Morphtronic map. Well, he has a stall potential. That's all he needed.
This is true.
That's all he needed right now. Oh, man. Some cocky... Oh, no! The MST! Welcome back, Management Man. The first round of the tournament goes to great game. Drew versus Shining Round Dose. That was a great first round. Shiningmeta, do not count your deck out. You got to play your bind on 2 of the 2 duels. I did not expect that to happen. The overpowering did happen, but just barely. That if the MST hadn't come, who knows how many turns would have gone by. And that's what I wanted.
That could have been like a down to the wire duel if that hadn't have been played.
It was a great first round. This is the kind of stuff that was exactly what I was winning.